It is time to ask the doctor, our good friend, Dr. Steve Willey from Fitness Medicine. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we're talking a little bit about mindless munching, or maybe just really eating too much.
Well, talking about a way to eat less without even knowing that you're eating less, because I think it's a lot easier to change your environment than it is to change your mind.
Okay.
And a couple of things here are just illustrations of that. You know, everyone says, well, use a smaller plate, but let's face it, a lot of us don't really do that. But you can do something to kind of trick yourself into that. And these two plates are roughly going to be the same size. But people will end up eating a lot less off of this plate than this one because it has a border. And this one's a little bit raised, but it doesn't have to be that. Sometimes it can simply be a different color or a pattern around the edge.
Oh, color can affect it?
Definitely. Color around the edge. People, for some reason, just don't seem to want to cover up a pattern that's on the edge. And they've done a lot of studies on this in psychology. So what they'll do is they'll end up putting things just in the middle of the plate here, and that area is going to be a lot less than the size of this entire plate. And so when they do studies of that, people eat about 22% less, believe it or not.
Huh, that's pretty interesting. I noticed you brought some glasses as well. That can affect. We can maybe drink less.
Yeah, people who get a lot of calories from liquids in the drinks can get a lot better this way. A taller, skinnier glass will end up having people take in less calories than a smaller and wider glass. So essentially, if you want to be skinnier, use a skinnier glass.
That makes a lot of sense. What about, this might be an odd question, can sound affect how we eat?
It definitely can. When you have more up-tempo, loud sort of music, people tend to eat faster, take in more calories. If you have it a little too slow, it can be the other way, and you'll kind of extend the meal, and you'll be out there a lot longer and end up eating more that way. So just kind of an enjoyable, middle-of-the-road sort of thing tends to work best, and same with color. Neutral colors, people will eat less than if your kitchen is brighter colors.
Really? And then what about, like, I mean, this seems like a logical thing, turning off the TV while you're eating?
When you do that, you're just going to have a lot of mindless eating because you're going to be distracted, and you're going to
if you're watching TV.
Yeah, you're going to zone out, and sometimes you may not even be that hungry. It's just kind of a habit. Well, the TV's on, so I'm going to grab something to eat, and you really don't even want it. You just do it because you do it.
Right.
Another thing that can really be helpful is serve yourself from the kitchen, not from the table. If you bring the serving plates out to the table and it's just really easy to reach over and grab an extra serving, people will tend to do it. But if you have to walk back to the kitchen to get that extra serving, you tend not to. And think about it. If the remote control's out in your TV, do you get up and change the channel less? And if you can just sit there and click?
Right.
And it's the same sort of idea.
That sounds good. Dr. Steve Willey, thank you so much. If you've got a question for Dr. Steve from Fitness Medicine, go to our website, kplr11.com. You can ask the doctor, and he'll answer your question and help us all get healthy and fit. Good work, Dr. Steve.